3, 2, 1, go. Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and, oops, well, then, we are restarting now. Start recording in 3, 2, 1, no, dude, rewind the video back to the 0-second mark. Start recording in 3, 2, 1, go. Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and we are currently at Cinnabar Island, and we are now flying to a different area of Radiant City, because that is where our 8th gym leader is located. If you remember correctly, there was this, just like in the last game actually, we still can't go through that corner, why? But there was this gym leader, and by his gym, although he wasn't by his gym, he was gone, and there was this old man saying, the gym leader isn't here right now, and then we checked and we saw it was made out of Legos. But yeah, if I happen to sneeze during this part, I'm kind of feeling like I need to sneeze at the moment, and if that happens, I will warn you, in which case turn your speakers down, but for now I'm fine. Either way, now Blue is ready to battle us, and this is our very last gym leader in Kanto, and the very last gym leader in the game at that. And he is also the strongest of Kanto, and I think he might be up to par, if not better, than the Elite Four. Either way, nothing's really changed with Blue, except for his name is now Blue. And yeah, he's definitely better than all the other trainers we've fought thus far. He starts off with Pidgeot, level 56, which is actually pretty close to our level, so he's actually pretty good. And I like Pidgeot's gigantic eyebrows. It actually lived an attack, although Surf really doesn't do all that much for Alligator, because it's water type. Yeah, 15 damage. And he's also pretty defensive. But I like Pidgeot's ginormous eyebrows and big mullet. And I also like how Pidgeot is fainted. How many Pokemon does Blue have? 4, 5, 6, okay. We've got quite a battle to go then. Up next he has Executor, and since we don't have a fire type unfortunately, we are going to use Crobat instead. It's level 58, wow. Yeah. This is actually pretty even. This is new. Ah, well then. He's definitely the second strongest trainer in the entire game. There's one that surpasses him. We'll get into that spoiler-tastic spoiler later. And for once I won't spoil it. Of course Egg Bomb hits after Chansey misses it 20,000 times. When I was training it, trying to catch that Shelter, and of course you full restore. So now we must fly again, or Bite. Bite also works because Executor is part Psychic type. So that is also super effective, although not as powerful. So now we're just going to finish up with Fly, otherwise he might use another full restore if he has one, if he gets into the red again. And I just don't want to risk it, besides Fly's okay. And he is going to go down. Boom. Okay. So, more experience for Crobat at only level 59. I think he's one of my weakest at this point. Alakazam, that's not good for Crobat, and yet we're still going to go for it because he has Bite. Probably should have switched to for Alligator, because he also has Bite. However, we're just gonna roll with it, see how this goes. We got him about halfway, and he flinched. Yes! Awesome. And it's only level 54, so it's one of his weakest Pokemon. I almost said her. I'm fighting back a cough right now. I think I might be getting kind of sick. I don't know. I mean, my throat was hurting earlier, and it's just been a whole bunch of sniffling, but my throat was hurting because I was answering all the questions about Pokemon Black and White. Had to breathe there. That was a long sentence that I was trying to get out in one breath for some reason. Sometimes when doing these, you forget the simplest of tasks, like easy addition or breathing. So, Let's Playing is not for the faint of heart. No, not really. Anybody can do it. This is why I'm doing it. But, you know, level 67 on for Alligator, it's looking nice. And Gyarados. If you have an electric type, use it, such as my Magneton. Because it is water and flying type, therefore has a quad weakness to electric. Anything will take it down. Any electric attack, almost any, will take it down in a single hit. Granted, it's from a strong enough Pokemon. But whereas most of his Pokemon have been lasting 2 or 3 attacks, Gyarados only gets 1. And lastly, he has Arcanine. Unfortunately, they didn't give him a starter Pokemon, like they didn't give him Charizard, Blastoise, or Squirtle. I just said Blastoise and Squirtle, I meant Venusaur. God. Either way, Arcanine is fire type, obviously, so that means that we can use a water type to put out that fire, obviously. I believe that level 58 was his strongest level with Arcanine and Executor. But that really doesn't matter. 58 is still pretty high. He was a challenge, whereas everybody else is pretty much crap. He was actually meh, so that's pretty cool. And we finally get the Earth Badge. It's called the Earth Badge because the last gym leader before him, Giovanni, was Earth or ground type attack, or ground types, while Blue, I keep on wanting to call him Gary, but Blue uses all different types, which is interesting. Either way, now that we have gotten our very last badge, and we can heal, of course, most of the damage was done to our Poke Points for the moves. So we just want to heal those because I dislike Struggle, which is a move that you'll use when you have nothing else, and then it'll do recoil damage and basically has no type, I think, or it might be normal type. However, on Route 16 you can find Grimer, and Grimer will shrink. Wonder Grimer powers activate, form of very small pixel. That's annoying to hit. Couldn't Scizor just crush that pixel in its claw? How can you get smaller to that? You don't, okay? At least I went through the trouble of making that little minimized sprite, which I have mentioned earlier. Either way, same old, False Swipe, Ultra Ball, we caught Grimer, and it evolves around level 30-ish. High 20s, low 30s, around that range, I think. Maybe high 30s. I don't know, it's been a while and I hardly ever use Grimer. And on Route 17, we can find Slugma, which is a pretty awesome Pokemon, if I do say so myself. It has that quad weakness to water when it evolves, but it's a very nice fire type. I like him, because he can also have rock type attacks. Don't see as to where that would be helpful, except maybe against ice, but ice is weak to fire anyways, so... Well, still, I just like his design. He looks cool. Don't know why we're using Grimer. Did I put Scizor in the box, maybe? Also, Grimer evolves after level 31. We can at least understand that. Either way, 1 or 2 sludges, and we should be able to catch our Slugma. And by the way, I've never showed these routes on the Let's Play because there's really no reason, since you can go multiple ways to get anywhere. If you're confused as to where these are, just check the map on the Pokenav, and just look around. You'll find it. I think it's the Pokenav in this game, I don't know, that might be Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Is it the Pokeradar? I don't know. What is this game's cell phone thing called, where the map is? I honestly forget. Oh, also Route 17 is a bicycle route, so you need to have a bicycle to get on there. Also, Grimer evolves at level 38, so I was right, sort of, high 30s. And we get an even bigger pile of sludge. Hooray! Muck. And also, we can evolve Slugma at level 38 to get one of my favorite fire types in the game, except for Houndoom. And Moltres is pretty cool too, although you can't even get that in this game. We have to get it in yellow, just like the other 2 birds that we already have. Either way, we have Macargo finally. I like the Flaming Slug. I'm trying to think of a Mega Man boss, but no, there isn't a flaming slug. Never mind. There's a flame mammoth and a what's it called? Slug, crystal snail. However, what we can do is fly on over to Pewter City because there's something I forgot to grab. There's this old man, random NPC, by the mart. Yep. Oh, okay, you were in Johto too. Okay, cool. And they kind of left you here in Kanto. Either way, he will give you the silver wing, which is very important for catching a legendary Pokemon. It's called the Pokegear. The cell phone thingy in this game was called the Pokegear. But now that we have the silver wing, I think we're going to go back to Johto, or we could also be going to Mount Silver finally. However, there is one other thing that I forgot to do to gain access to Mount Silver, and you will see that in about 20 seconds. Cowbrains did the exact same thing in his Pokemon Crystal Let's Play. And I remembered it too. I told myself I wouldn't do it, but I did. Excuse me, sir. I have all 8 of my badges. You could let me through now. I'm ultra powerful. But no, for some reason, you have to go to Pallet Town and get permission from Professor Oak. So, once again, we will have to fly to Viridian a 3rd time after we do this. But first, yeah, I collected all the badges. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Mount Silver, hooray! There are, yeah, the wild Pokemon are around level 40, so they're not that bad if you're in the 60s like I am. But whatever, and then he will automatically check your Pokedex, and I have 205. Yes, you already said that, sir. It's like you're a machine. In fact, you are a machine. You're in a machine. Your world has just been blown. So now, once again, one last time, flying to Viridian, so we can go to Mount Silver. We aren't going to actually go into the mountain. We're just going to catch some Pokemon in there while I can. I don't know why I did it like this, I just did. I mean, I gained access, so why not, you know? There's one Pokemon that I'm going to miss, and I will get to that as we're catching them. I will mention it, so if you happen to be here at night, you can go ahead and catch it now, but I won't for a while. It's not all too great of a Pokemon either, it's the only ghost type in this generation. That's your hint. Now basically after getting all 8 badges in the original game, you could go through Victory Road, and if you went searching hard enough, in Victory Road, you could find this random bird, and although this random bird isn't very random, it is on fire, therefore making it a Moltres. So in Victory Road, after getting all 8 badges, you can go fight Moltres and capture it. It didn't show how to get through Victory Road because it's very long actually, and I just didn't have time. Fire Spin is annoying, and it stops you from doing everything. Luckily, Paralysis stops the whole Fire Spin thing. One more Thunder Shock should do it. As it's not that Fire Spin is ultra powerful, it's just annoying because it stops you from doing everything. Like, you can't even attack. Now, this is fixed in later games, but this isn't a later game, it's one of the first, so therefore it is not fixed. Now it can start tossing Ultra Balls, and miss them, of course. And Peck isn't that great against Pikachu. Maybe Pikachu will actually last a battle against these legendary birds. In fact, he does, yes. We caught Moltres. Hooray! And yeah, there's the data, whatever. Move it. Transfer it to Bill's PC. And then we can trade it over. So we ended 2 of these episodes with legendary birds now. Moltres looks weird in this game. This is Mateo and Moltres saying goodbye.